Hi there folks, so yesterday I brought out my little video about the Ginetta Cup car, the G40, which has come out with a new update for AUTOMOBILISTA 2 from Reza Studios. This time round I'm having a look at the GT5 variant, same car but the GT5 flavour, just a slightly different flavour. Like with the last video, it's going to be an in-depth view, so if you haven't got time to watch it and you just want to know what it's like, in a nutshell, it's brilliant. So there you go, off you go and play the game. If you want to stay a bit longer, here's what I thought of the car. And I'll just warn you as well, on my last video I think there were a couple of stutters and I thought it was Norton getting in the way, running background processes. Turned out I hadn't left Norton on because my hard drive was actually filling up. In fact, at the end of this video, in my last sentence, I'll get completely cut off because the video just stops recording. I ran out of hard drive space completely. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm off to go and clear a load of space on my hard drive. I've cleared a little bit already, but I've got a lot of footage I need to get rid of. Anyway, enjoy this, and obrigado Reza, and happy sim racing. Here you go. So yesterday I had a look at the Cup car. Today I'm going to have a look at the GT5 version. So the differences are, if we have a look here, we've got about 10 more horsepower, so a little bit more torque, and also it's lighter. Also, we've got a 6-speed sequential gearbox rather than a 5-speed manual, which comes with the Cup car. Also, because this is in the GT5 class, and my memory's just gone all over the place there because I didn't have one of my pedals stuck in the right place. I don't know if anyone's noticed. Has anyone noticed you can control the speed of replays with your pedals? And sometimes if you're in the menu, it'll jump about, and you think it's because your steering wheel's not centered. There's a thing with that. But my steering wheel is centered. It's your pedals. If my pedal's not fully retracted, look, watch. If I muck about with it, look at that. That's my pedals doing that. Has anyone realised that? I don't know. It took me a while to realise. Anyway, let's get back. So we've got the GT5 class, and we've got the Puma P052 in this class as well. So yesterday I raced the GT40 Cup. There's just that car in the class. It was an identical grid. This time I'm going to include the Puma in the same class to see how the two cars match up. Now, the Puma is a little bit heavier, but it's also got 5 more horsepower and quite a bit more torque. But that's using a 5-speed H pattern as well. So let's see how they get on together on track. We're going to have a little 15-minute race, and we're going to get to know the car over a short qualifying session as well. Same levels of skill from the AI that we had yesterday, because it'd be interesting to look at the AI as well. So 90 on skill, 100 on aggression. Now obviously I've now had a little bit of practice, so hopefully at the 90 skill level I will be a little bit better than I was. Maybe do a little bit better in the race than I did yesterday, but then again it's a slightly different car, so you know, we'll see. You know, maybe I'll forget to account for the extra 10 horsepower and stack it. Hopefully not. I'm kind of expecting, with the extra horsepower and the fact that it's lighter, so I'm expecting it to be a bit faster, a bit more responsive. Be interesting to see what it's like with the 6-speed sequential as compared to the 5-speed H pattern. I've done nothing with the setup. Obviously I've already loaded it up, made sure it's all working, so I've done nothing with the setup apart from to bring the brake bias 2 clicks to the rear, which is exactly what I did with the Cup car. And I brought the anti-roll bar up, or stiffer at the rear by 1 click, so I've done that. We've got 6 laps of fuel. Both the Puma and the Ginetta are on track. Let's get out there and get to know this lovely little car, which I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the Cup car yesterday. So here we go. Let's get our pit speed limiter on, and out we go. Oh, we're right at the end of the pit lane, so immediately turn the pit speed limiter off. I've got my HUD up at the moment because I was finding that between Druids and Lodge, when I got to the end of the straight at Lodge, I was hitting about 99 to 100 miles an hour quite regularly in the Cup car. So I want to see if I can achieve a higher top speed this time, seeing as I've got the slightly more powerful car. So I'm going to keep the HUD on so I can see my miles per hour down there. I've got miles per hour on my speedo here and kilometres per hour, but I can't see it very well. A bit small on my screen, plus the steering wheel's obscuring it a bit, so I've got my miles per hour counter to my right there, which you guys can all see as well. Immediately, it is feeling a bit more pokey. Oh! Kind of feel like it felt a little bit more nimble through that chicane. Feel also a little bit like I'm able to stop the car faster with less brake pressure. I wonder if that's because it's lighter. Right, here we go. This is Druids coming up. What speed are we going to hit before we start braking for Lodge? 96, 99, 100, 106 miles an hour. Well, yeah, there you go. Definitely a faster car. That's not even with any practice, that's just the first lap. Yeah, this is definitely a step up in power. Oh! Hello! Oh! Okay, I did... So I'm not used to this... Well... gearbox just yet in this car. So I did do a down change there, but I didn't go into second. In the 5-speed I'd be in second, so I wouldn't expect to clock the rears, but I was braking. Maybe I used a bit too much, but I'm feeling like I need to use... I wonder if that's where the back end came out, because I was using a bit too much brake application. I'm in 4th, round Island corner now. I am behind a car, but I'm in 4th. Usually, in the Cup car, I was finding that I needed to be in 5th. There at Shell Oil corner, I was at a quandary whether I should be in 2nd or 3rd. I would kind of use either. I've just been down in 2nd for that. Definitely need 2nd for that corner. It's subtle differences, but I am picking up on them straight away. Well, they're obvious to me, so definitely a difference here. I'm definitely able to slow down a bit more efficiently in this car, but I think it's a bit easier to possibly lock the brakes because of it being light, so I don't need as much brake pressure on the brake here. Right, coming up to Lodge again. 105 miles an hour. Right. Right, now I've just realised one thing. Come back into the pits, because I just want to be fair about this. Let's pop back to the garage. Right, now in the Cup car, I took the brake pressure down to 88, just 2 clicks down. So I'm going to do that. That might be what's making me feel like it might not be the weight of the car at all that's affecting the braking. Right, so I've got the brakes exactly the same now. Let's get rid of the HUD, we don't need that anymore. I'm really liking this because I said in the last video, I was saying I like this car, I like the way it feels, I like the way it looks, I even like the name Ginetta, and then I said, oh, sounds like I'm falling in love a bit. Maybe I am. Well, I think I have. I've definitely fallen in love with the Ginetta, so it's lovely to have this variant, which is sort of ever so slightly, it's the same car, but a slightly different mood of it, shall we say? And I didn't have to change down to 4th for Island Corner and the other car as well. Definitely I want second gear here, no question about it. Go around Shallow Hill Corner. Onto Falco. Oh, yeah. Question is, can I get in a decent qualifying lap? I qualified last time I did this test yesterday. Right. Okay, I've left the braking so late there. I ended up getting a bit out of shape, but that was kind of deliberate. I want to see how late I could leave the braking. Definitely got a bit more torque through the back end. I can make that back end step out a little bit more. I was saying with the Cup car, it's got just enough power to, you know, have a bit of a play. Oh, shit. Thought I was going to go off there. Completely made a mess there of Druids. No, do you know what? I think with the even though I've taken the brake pressure down by a bit, I think this car being a bit lighter makes it a little bit more. Yeah, it's definitely. I still have to use a little bit less, just a tiny smidge, less brake pressure than the Cup car. I love when cars are subtly different like this. It's, you know, it's sometimes you drive a sim and you're getting one car at one track and then you'd be a bit indecisive to know, oh, I'll try something different, and you go for something completely, a whole different car, a whole different track, then you jump into another track, you know, in a truck, as there are in this sim, and sometimes it's nice to just stick with one car on one track and see the subtle difference in setup changes. But this is the same track and the same car, but a slightly different version of it, and the subtle differences between the two cars. I like to enjoy that sort of in-depth look at things sometimes. Yeah. Right, well, I'm very much enjoying this, as I enjoyed the Cup car. I'd say this is very much similar to the Cup car, only there's more chilies in this one, if you know what I mean. A little bit spicier. Right, how are we doing? We've got 5 minutes of qualifying left. Let's see if I can get a decent lap out of this. Right. A lot of corner there at the old, a lot of runoff at the old Hall corner. It's feeling good, it's feeling really good. Yeah, definitely 4th gear around Ireland there. Right, oh. Stuff there. Have I forgotten to turn Norton off again? Hope not. I had this problem yesterday. Christ, I almost felt like going down to 1st there. back end round at Nickelbrook. And yeah, definitely can. I'm looking forward to the race with these. It would be interesting to see how the Pumas have qualified in relation to the Ginetta. If they're all pretty equal and they're all over the place, or if it's all the Pumas at the top and the Ginettas at the bottom, or the other way round. Using all the curb. I love this track so much. We're in 28th position, doing 2 minutes 3 seconds. Still in 28th position. I'm still as bad in qualifying as I was yesterday. Oh! Half a second off the pace. Definitely use the power a little bit more to get the back end round, for sure. I'm going to lift for Ireland, use a bit of brakes, dab it. Oh! Cadence brake, cadence brake, cadence brake, cadence brake. Okay, there we go. We're on grass, we've got no ABS, so I was pumping the brake there. I didn't want to completely lock it up and slide straight to that tyre barrier. I did that deliberately. That was just to show you what happened. That was to exemplify what happens if you use cadence braking on grass. Completely meant to do that. Yes, I did. Yes. I tell you what, I'm not going to get a better time than that, I don't think. Let's get us straight to the race. You guys might be wanting to see that more than watching me completely screw up qualifying. So return to the pit box. And so they're doing 202s at the top. And I'm really slow with the 203s. The low 203s at the bottom. So, right, hopefully we can make up some places at the start. You know, if there's a couple of cars getting into a battle, we can use that to get around and try and get at least into the back of the pack somewhere. So, let's skip to the end. Right, so yeah, this is... Continue. Right, here we go. Oh, right, so looking at the cars here. Oh. Right, so it seems like, looking at the grid here, it's the Pumas which are firmly ahead there. It is all the Pumas from position 10 all the way up to first. Oh no, hang on. Then it's Ginettas, but there is a Puma back in the field in 15th here. Any more? Yes, another one. Right, so yeah, and a few more as well. Right, that's interesting. So the first Ginetta is coming in position 11. So obviously it looks like the Pumas are the faster car, or I don't know, faster in terms of speed, but faster around this track at least. That's interesting. Right, let's stick a bit more fuel in for the race. 10 laps just to be on the safe side. Let's get... Hopefully won't need to pit at all. But we'll select that strategy. That's already sort of set up for this kind of race. Let's give it a go. I hope this provides some decent entertainment as well as a good look at the AI. If I can get into the pack, let's do it. Okay, get rid of it. The HUD. Oh, little bit more wheel spin off the line. There's hardly any in this car, but slightly more than the Cup car. But not a great take, I would say. Oh, a couple of the Pumas there, having a little bit of a nudge together. I'll find a way round. Yes. No, thought I was going to make a place. Didn't do it. Trying to stay clean quite a few Pumas at the back there, so it is sort of nice and mixed as to where they've qualified. You see a Janetta up ahead there. Okay. Right. Try and make it round the outside. No, that's not happening. As the technical Raceworks car there kind of blocked my exit. Oh, Puma using a bit of the sausage at the curb there. I have had to change down to first just to get a little bit of punch out of that corner. Didn't have to go in at first at all in the Cup car, so the gears are quite a bit longer in this, which is got the 6 of them. Little bit of paint rubbing as we go for that corner there. He had the nose. I should have slowed down. I got a little bit of that in the race with the Cup car, so that's fair enough. Come on, let's make up a place. Slowing down quite a bit from Druids. Oh, that's, I've actually just ever so slightly kissed his bumper then. He's making me brake like that. I was going to try and make a move, but they outbrake them. Oh. Little bit. Oh, we're side by side. We're actually touching. Sorry about that, mate. Didn't actually come together in, you know, in such an impact that you'd expected then. Maybe a little bit of paint swapping, but oh, and yeah. Oh dear. That's not worked out rather well. Let's try that once more. I did this in the last video as well. Had to restart the race because I'm such a professional. Let's try that again. Right, we get a better start this time. Not really. Gears definitely feel a lot longer with this. I'd say definitely the biggest difference, apart from the speed differential, is this box. Oh, okay. Oh, I believe we're making some places. We're definitely making some places this time. And we've made 2 places. Right, I'm not going to crash this time, guys. We're now properly in with the pack, in with the AI. So. Oh, that's naughty of me. I'm using 2 wheels on the grass, but it's helped me make another place. Around the inside again, make another place. I've got to bang it down at the second. Right, I need to remember I want to bang it down at the second after the apex of that corner next time round. No, don't. Oh. Yeah, I just touched that car there, and you get that sound, which sounds a bit like some of the crash sounds in this. I like them. But sometimes it does feel like there's a bit of a breaking glass kind of sound. I prefer the contact sort of sound that you get in ACC. Right. Powering it out of lodge, but not too much because 2 wheels on the netting of the grass there. He is in the white there, following it a good reasonable distance. Get this corner right this time. Yeah, he's quite a bit closer than he looks in my mirrors there. I mentioned this point in the other video, so I won't go on about that again. It definitely does feel a little bit lighter, a little bit less sluggish, a little bit, just a smidge more pokey, a smidge more manoeuvrable than the Cup car. But with that lightness, you know, you got it's a bit more reactive, but also you got not got the weight holding it down, so you got that slightly sluggish in first gear. It's just ever such a slightly different flavour of G40. You know, it's like, oh, AI there giving me some company. Oh, side by side with the Puma there. The Lumens Puma. That was some great moves by the AI there. Okay, so in the last video. Oh, I managed to get past him on the outside, but he's still there again. Using a different braking point than me. This is really good. These AI. Actually, gonna probably concentrate now. These AI are still not perfect, but this last update. Really, really very happy with them. Very happy indeed. By the way, I'd quite like to do. I ran a server in this last night, and I streamed it on Twitch. I'd quite like to. Would anybody be interested in if I sort of pre-warned everyone, gave people a time? Would anybody be interested in a load of us meeting up one night? I'll run a server, I'll stream it, and we'll all meet up at a track with a car and have an evening of it, you know, and talk about Automobilista 2. Or, you know, maybe anybody be interested in that? I think that'd be fun. It'd be really good. And after speaking to some of you, by the way, in the comments, oh, I didn't do that corner too well, and the green car behind has taken advantage of that. Yeah, after speaking to a few of you in the comments and meeting a few of you in the servers, it'd be nice to chat away with you all about this game and race with you as well. Nemesis 69 came on the server last night. If you don't know him, just check all the leaderboards in the time trials on Automobilista 2. He's at the top of most of them. We had a little bit of a chat, and he thrashed me completely as well around the track. Right, those two cars have now dropped back a bit. By the way, I'd like to, just whilst I'm doing this video, I'd like to give a shout out to two of my viewers, Pete and Stuart. Pete has donated me a seat vibrator, which we're having a bit of trouble getting working. No! Concentrate on your driving rather than talking. I said I wasn't going to crash. I didn't crash. I just spun out. Don't do it again now. I'm going to try and catch up. Don't talk unless you're on a straight. Right, so Pete and Stuart. Pete has donated me. He's made a seat vibrator. I know there's, yeah, insert innuendo here. So we're going to try that out. We're having a little bit of problems with SimHub at the moment, the software to get that running. And Stuart, who's actually a mate of mine that I grew up with, loves this channel. And the other day, he popped 20 quid through the door. And said, that's my donation to your channel. I want you to spend that on any DLC that you haven't got. Oh, concentrate, 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 don't hit the tyre barrier. So I'm going to purchase some DLC with that and make a video for you, mate Stuart. So thanks guys for that, really appreciate that. Oh, 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 oh. Yep, yep, yep. Keep it stable. Come on, I'm going to catch up. Seven minutes, so we're just over halfway through. I'm really going to try and catch up, make some places here. Let's try and power it through Druids. Just seeing the Pumas at the back at the moment. There was one stray Janetta back here. And I'm down changing way too early. Keep it there, keep it there. I love the way the cars are now feeling when you lose it. The way the grip goes and comes back is feeling a lot better. I'll be down to those new tyre physics that they're using. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Getting a little bit creative with track limits there. Right, can I use that extra power to bring the back end round? Yes, I can. Tight to the inside. Certainly using all the road there. Nemesis 69 was saying last night you just got to be aggressive, just throw these cars around. And I did start to get a bit braver with the Cup car, but this is slightly still learning it. Subtle differences, but they're, you know, this is the first time I've jumped in this one and in a proper race, so you're literally experiencing it for the first time, as I do with me. If you oh! It's just, it's like having a favourite brand of crisps, and they bring out a slightly different flavour. You know, not like the they're, I don't know, both say Walker's crisp packets, but one's smoky beef and one's not too different, similar but different, so smoky bacon, like the difference between the two flavours, you know. Same potatoes, different flavour. Right, come on, come on. Pumas here, all in the pack. The AI have spread out really nicely. There's little pockets of them around now. That's pretty cool. These are probably the three that I slowed down earlier with. But look at the way they're moving around. I'm loving the behaviour here. They're definitely not a train. I do feel it's definitely easier to lose this car a bit just because it's a bit faster, and also it's a bit lighter, so downshifting in the wrong place or braking too hard in the wrong place, you know, it'll go over the limit ever so slightly more. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is what to be expected though. It's pretty much exactly what I'd expect with more power and a lighter car. Right, can I make a move? Can I make a move? Accelerate out of Nickerbrook. Oh, on the grass. Can't quite get past him. Can I get past the three Druids? Yes. I'm gonna brake hard. Not come off. He's still beside me. He's behind me now. I think I've got the legs on these two. Oh no, they're not going to move over though. They're going to make it easy for me. Oh! Oh, there we go! Slight touch there, but Showing a little bit of passion there, wanting to get through the corner. This is good, this is good. I should have been trying to fight him really there, because, you know, I wasn't even at half a car's length up him there. You know, I was right on his back quarter, so he's very right to take that corner for himself. Look at that. Look at these two battling here. Any of you who can actually properly race drive here are looking at me changing gear mid-corner, you know, and thinking, that's just a recipe for disaster, mate. Ah, I've got the legs out of that corner. I'm sandwiched in though. Oh, this is such good racing with these cars. Oh no, that was my fault. Sorry. Come on, come on. Oh, he's moving over. They do defend. Side by side, keeping it clean. Side by side by them, and I've got, look how close we all are. That. Oh, yeah. I don't really need to say anything. It's quite self-explanatory that the AI have taken a big leap forward. Like I said, I should think by the next update there'll be a further tweak. They'll be even better. Right, okay. He's still there. He's still there. Look at that. Side by side all the way around the corner. They're still at it. I've got a little bit more legs than him through there, but that was brilliant. This is great. Oh, and he is all over me. He's going for the inside. Oh, he's taking it. Ha! I'm having a great race with the Technical Raceworks car here in pinky red and purpley blue there. Banging it at first, could be a little bit of a boost out of that corner. That's helped a bit. Right, here we go. This is going to be a dangerous. I've got the nose on him. I've got the nose. And he's had to give that back to me because I had the nose out the corner. Ah, and he's coming at me again. But yeah, he can't quite put the nose at the apex. Couldn't make it round. It ended up on the grass, but that's. He's just put up a great fight there. Losing a bit of the curb on the inside there. How are we doing? Time at 0, so I guess this will be the last lap. Whoa! And we're crossing the line. I've got my HUD off though. So there we go, cool down. I had to turn the HUD on to see if I'd finished the race. If you haven't got your HUD on, you still don't get any sign that you've finished the race. So if I've got my HUD off like that, I would have had no idea that that's the end of the race apart from all the cars will slow down. But in this HUD view, or my minimal HUD view, I get that notification. So, I mean, with no HUD on, you know, there's no graphics, so the immersion's great, but I could do with at least one of the marshals, you know, on the side of the track, waving a flag. Have that to look out for. That was, yeah,